Well, I don't think this was a coincidence, or I don't think it just doesn't mean anything. This is the most accessed and popular news site on the web, and I think this picture was handpicked, like all of them are, because the news isn't for us. It's there to pass code and there to put in front of our face to let us know what they're doing, because then at the end of the day, when they say what they're going to do and they show what they're going to do and we don't do anything, it's our fault. That's how they think anyway. I'm just saying what they think and how they roll. All right, that being the fake Jew Saturn scum led by Saturn and the fallen angels. Because here we go, H-bomb of justice, right? So you're talking nuclear atomic power. And what picture did they handpick to go along with it? A purple and yellow picture. Because those colors represent atomic nuclear power. Occult science has broken that down and shown that 1,001 times. And I think that's hilarious. Because these guys worship a cube. Same thing as on the North Pole of the planet Saturn. The Kabbalistic tree of life is a cube. And it's called the tree of life. And the mushroom clouds, your nuclear atomic stuff, these are just, it's a tree. It's the same thing. And colors, just go type into Google, learn about it for yourself. Dreams Within Dreams, we're just talking about this again. Colors give off frequency and wavelengths and all sorts. It's all the same stuff. It's all tied together. So I don't think it's by just mistake or coincidence that they put a purple and yellow picture up, and they're talking about nuclear atomic power on the most accessed popular news site on the internet. And besides, the first people that we know of, because we don't have any public records to show anything before the Phoenicians, they were the first clowns to mess with this stuff. The word phone comes from Phoenician, and a phone rings, which is weird because Saturn's original name is Bell Saturn, and a bell rings. And if you just type in, like go to Google and do images and type in a phone or phone booth, the logo or the picture it's going to be associated with that is a bell. And the Phoenicians were called the Purple People Eaters because they dyed their clothes purple from some creature or something out in the ocean. I can't remember where they got it from, the dye from. They extracted it from something out in the ocean. They dyed their clothes purple, and they were called the Purple People Eaters because they were satanic, ritualistic, cannibal butt humpers. And the color purple is also the androgyny, the mixture of the red and blue. And it's also royalty because supposedly back then, the only people that could afford to buy the purple dyed clothes were royal, rich people. So I don't think this was by mistake, but I'm sure a lot of people out there do, or not a mistake, a coincidence. But I know there are a lot of people out there like myself that know and believe 100% that this was handpicked. And just for the icing on the cake, when I had to laugh at this, and I understand how earthquakes are always reported differently all over across the board. You'll have one news agency that says it's something else. And then you'll have another news agency that takes it up a point or down a point, and like a 0.1 or a 0.2. It'll be like a 5.0. Then another news site will say a 5.1. And then another news site will say a 4.9. I understand that, but I just think it's funny that whenever I first learned of this, that it was reported on January 5th, right, 1-5, and what was the magnitude earthquake? One of the things that was the first report I saw was a 5.1. So I just think it's funny. Whenever you see all this stuff, you just have to laugh. Yep. Okay. Thank you to my subscribers. As always. Because I don't know how much longer I would have kept doing this stuff if it wasn't for so many people just getting involved and being supportive. And, I really don't, and this is the truth. At least it is for me. And I know there are people out there making money off this stuff and whatever, and that's great. Who cares? I'm an idiot, okay? I don't know anything. I'm not on here trying to be smart or anything like that. And I don't think there are a lot of people on here with a good heart, and I really think it's just people just want to know that there are other. It's just It's just nice to hear other people say, you know what, I don't think you're crazy. It's just a support group. That's all it is. Because the stuff that's being said right now by the politicians, like I said in the last video I did, and the stuff that's coming out of the news, and the stuff that's coming out of people that I know's mouths is so not right and so insane that YouTube is pretty much about all we have as a support group. So I'm not on here to change anybody's mind. I'm not on here to make myself sound smart. I'm just on here because it's really nice to have people say, I'm with you, man. I hear you. You have no idea how important that is to me. And I sound like a broken record on every video where I tell everybody thank you, but I do mean it. And I wish I could hug every one of you, as lame as that sounds, but it's true. Later.